Good afternoon, class of MR 2300. This is Mr. David, and I'm doing this video for my class and for Miss Karen's class. So this is what we're going to do here is in Google Forms, how to get the data from your survey, how to do the crosstab. Okay, so the example I'm starting off with, as you can see here, is from our previous year's assignment. It's a driving school on campus. And what we have is the survey. Now everybody has their survey, of course, but what's important are your responses. So the responses are up here, all right? And according to the survey, we have 35 responses. And as we go down, we can see, are you currently a student at CNAQ? We have 35 responses, 100% said yes. What's your gender? How old are you? What's your nationality? All these questions have been answered in the survey. But we can't just use this in our report and say, 34% of respondents were female, 65% were female, 35% were female, and make a conclusion. All this shows us is who answered our survey. Okay, so we can't assume everybody that answers our survey is going to be a customer for our business. And even though, as we scroll down, you're going to have your MDP question. Okay, and we'll just look for this, the MDP question. Okay, in your opinion, do you think having a driving school on campus is beneficial for you? And we have 37.1% strongly agree and 31.4% somewhat agree. So we could say, 78% of the students agree that we should have a driving school. But that's still not good enough. We need to know who these people are. Because when we do marketing for the driving school, we have to set the driving school up in a way that makes these groups of people happy, that we do our advertising in a way that these two groups of people see our advertising. Okay? So it will make our marketing more effective, it'll make our business run better, it'll ensure that all the questions we ask, we're getting how these two groups of people answered the question. So how do we find out who are the strong supporters and what do the strong supporters think of the rest of our questions? Because for people who disagree about having a driving school on campus, what do we care about for their social media usage? What do we care about for their opinions on anything in our business? They're never going to be our customer. So the purpose of this is to find out who is going to be our customer and then what do they think about all of your questions. Okay? So what we do right now, in a previous video, we showed you how to install the add-on. Okay? And the add-on is called Advanced Summary by AwesomeTable. Once you have your surveys collected, you need to add this add-on. Okay? So go back and watch the video about how to add Advanced Summary by AwesomeTable. I'm going to assume you have your surveys collected, and I'm going to assume you have this plugin installed. If not, stop this video now, go back and watch the other video, then come back to this video. Okay? So right now we have our responses. We need to do a process called cross-tabbing, which is cross-tabulation. And that means pull out the responses from this survey, okay, this survey, pull out the responses of those who most support our business. Okay, so I'm just going to click Advanced Summary by AwesomeTable. Okay, and I click Open Edit right here, Open Edit. Okay, and what happens is on the right over here, okay, a little form opens up called Advanced Summary. Okay. And what we have to do, first we unclick everything. Go down and unclick everything. Make sure it's all empty. Scrolling down our survey. Okay, we go to our MDP question. Just find your MDP question. Okay, in your opinion, do you think having a driving school on campus is beneficial to you? Okay, so we have 37% strongly agree, 31% agree. Grab a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper. Okay, So in this question, write down what percent strongly agreed. So I'm just going to on a piece of paper, strongly agreed 37% and somewhat agreed 31%. Okay, so I wrote that down on a piece of paper, these two numbers. Because what I'm going to do is start cross-tabulating to see if I can filter out which group represents these people. So let's go back over here. How can we filter people? We can filter people by their gender. Do males like this business more than females? We can find out. Is it by age group? Or is it by nationality? Okay, it could be others too. All right, so I'm going to pick these three: gender, age, and nationality. I'm going to click Update Filters. It opens a new tab for me. Okay. It might take a minute to load. All right. So I still have my 35 responses. I still have my original survey responses open here. Okay, my original MDP question, this one. Going over here, what you'll see is this is Awesome Tables summary of all my data. Okay, but it's the exact same thing. Okay, it's still 34% male or 65 female. Nothing has changed because I haven't told it to do any sorting. The sorting comes from here. What is your gender? How old are you? Are you Qatari or non-Qatari? These questions you're going to pick. I just picked these for my survey. Maybe it's just gender for you. Maybe it's just nationality for you. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's age. Maybe for you it's income. Find out who it is that supports your business the most. So back to here. In your opinion, do you think having a driving school on campus is beneficial to you? So I have a total of 37% strongly agreed, 31% somewhat agreed. That means 68% agree. Go back to my advanced table, okay, and let's go down to my MDP question. Okay, in your opinion, do you think having a driving school is beneficial to you? Here's my somewhats, here's my stronglys. Okay, we're going to filter and see which group gets bigger for this. And what I mean by that is, what is your gender? So I click what is your gender. I have 35 people answer the survey. Under what is your gender, 23 female, 12 male. So by clicking male, it's automatic. Do you see the numbers just changed? Watch this. How old are you? I'll turn this off. Do you see that? It's filtering the data. Okay, so let's scroll down on males, what their view is on the agreement of the driving school. Okay, so males, 25% strongly agree. I'm going to write that on a piece of paper. Male. 25% strongly agree. And here, 41 somewhat agree. Okay, that's 67%. That's actually less. Before it was 68, this is 67%. And not only that, there are fewer people who strongly agree. Only 25% strongly agree, whereas when it was everybody, it was 37. So that leads me to one logical conclusion. If males support this business less than females, okay, if males support this business less than females, so far females are going to be more likely to be the customer. It's just because there can only be one or the other. And let's go back to this. In your opinion, do you think having a driving school on campus is beneficial to you? Now look at it. Females, 44% strongly agree, 26% somewhat agree. That equals 70%. And not only does it represent 70%, 44% strongly agree. Whereas males were only 25% strongly agree, and the average of everybody was 37% strongly agree. Okay, so now we know females. It's at least females are our target group. What happens if we do Qatari national or Qatari non-national? Okay, so we click non-national. Okay, we have 27% non-nationals answered our survey. The numbers changed a little bit. Okay, do you think having a driving school beneficial to you? Now we're up to, so for non-Qatari females, 50%, right here, 50% strongly agree. And 31 somewhat agree. That's 81%. That's now better than the 70% just females. So what we had first was we looked at everybody. We looked at just the males then. And we found out females support the business more than males. Now non-Qatari females support the business more than just females in general. So we know our target audience is non-Qatari female. Okay? Now, you can stop here and you can be happy with that. Okay? If you want, okay, you could have been just happy with females. Or you could have just maybe been happy with non-females. So doing at least one crosstab is good. I like for you to do 2, but doing at least one is good. Now let's just see what happens when we do 3. And let's just think about this as market researchers. Who do you think more wants a driving school? Younger students or older students? My guess is older students already have a driver's license. My guess is younger students don't have one yet and would like any help they can get to get a driver's license. So even though this third step is not necessary, let's filter it to a third level. And let's look at younger females who are non-Qatari. Okay, in your opinion, do you think having a driving school on campus is beneficial to you? Oh, look at this surprise. 40% strongly agree. 30% somewhat agree. That's only 70%. That's actually less than our Qatari female. So younger non-Qatari females don't support the business so much. And let's go to older Qatari females. So non-Qatari, non-national, female, 21 to 24. Yeah, this is funny. In your opinion, do you think having a driving school on campus is beneficial to you? This is female, non-Qatari, older student. 67% strongly agree. 33% somewhat agree. 100% are in agreement. So my assumption was wrong, that it would be younger. It is in fact females 21 to 24 who are non-national support this business the most. Okay, so you can, as I said again, you can just filter on 1, you can filter on 2, or you can filter on 3 if you're so inclined. It's up to you. Okay, but the point of this is find out which group most support your business idea. Okay, so now I know, because I wanted to do 3 levels. Again, you can do 1, 2, or 3 levels of filtering. It's non-Qatari female older students. Your MDP target market question has just been answered. Okay, so all you do is you screen capture this question. Okay, you go over here, you screen capture this question. This is, in your opinion, do you think having a driving school on campus is beneficial to you? Capture that. In your report, say, this is how your survey was answered by every student. Then, screen capture this, okay? And screen capture this, your crosstab. And you say, I filtered my data, or I did a crosstab on my data on female, older, non-Qatari, or whatever way you want to do your crosstabbing. After I did this filtering, this was the level of support from that group. It was 100%. I am certain, and you write this in your report, I am certain, up to the quality of my own research, that this is the target group. Okay, and that's it. You've just defined your target market. Now that you know your target market, this is your target market. This is your target market's response to your MDP question. Now I want to see what your target market says about everything else. Okay? If you don't drive, are you interested in having a driving license? 83% said yes. Well, that just makes sense. But tell me. Right? So this is how your survey was answered. Okay, would you prefer having a driving lessons during university hours or after hours? 2/3 say they want driving lessons during hours. They don't want to come in early and they don't want to stay late. That's very important in your service, right? So when you make your recommendation, when should this business be run? During school hours. 2/3 want it during school hours. Would they want the half course or the full course? This student had done some research about driving schools and found out there's half courses and full courses for driving school. Most students, 2/3, want the half course. This is your product question. What do you think about the cost of a full course for a driving school? Okay, what we see, our target market thinks the cost is $1,900, 1/3. The target market, another third, thinks it's $2,800. Another third thinks it's 3,350 reals for a half course. This tells us in our price question, our target market has very little knowledge about what the price of this product actually is. And it might take some education to let them know what the price is, because everybody has a different opinion. Okay? Promotion. Thinking about the past events at CNAQ, where do you hear about the events from? Half of your target market said Instagram and friends. Okay, that was a combination kind of a question. That was a little bit of a mistake by the student. 16% said Instagram. They had Instagram for everything. They made mistakes here, but definitely Instagram shows up on everything. So Instagram is probably the best way. That's your promotion. How likely would a driving school on campus save your time? 1/3 said very likely. And another third said somewhat likely. So you have 2/3, 67% saying it's going to save time. Remember in your report when you talked about benefits to the students? Saving time? 2/3 of your target market agree it will save them time. You've just proven one of your assumptions. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is least convenient and 10 is extremely convenient, how convenient would it be to have a driving school on campus? Okay, what we have is from a scale of 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. They had a scale of 1 to 10. So nobody in the target market said it wasn't going to be convenient. Everybody in the target market gave it a score of 6 or higher. Rate the quality of service of other driving schools. So this is if they had experience in other driving schools. Okay, from a scale of 1 to 10. Most students, okay, gave it a 4 or gave it a 7. Okay, this is not very good, right? This is bad service. 4 out of 10. If you went to a driving school and they said, how did you find our service on a scale of 1 to 10? And you said 4, that's pretty bad. So what you want to do is look at what services the other driving schools offer and make sure you're doing something a little bit better. Okay, and that would be a part of your product. Further, and also it would be a part of future research. On a scale of 1 to 10, rate how important it is to get your driver's license. Almost everybody gave it an 8, 9, or 10. It's very important to this target market. Okay. One of your parts of your proposal was benefits to the college. And CNAQ Pride was one of those. CNAQ Pride. You believed your idea was going to enhance CNAQ Pride. Well, if almost all of your target market believes this is a very important thing and the school actually did it, you know how happy that target market would become? Most of them gave it a score of 8, 9, or 10. A couple down here gave it a 1, they didn't care. But most of them are up here. Okay, how does having a driving license affect your confidence? This is about the target market. 10. People gave it a 10, a 6.5, and a 5, but nobody gave it a negative effect on their confidence. Having a driver's license does not hurt your confidence. Having a driver's license, as you've proven here, helps your confidence. Okay, another one here is providing offers. Now, you can't use much with this question on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is not important and 10 is very important. Rate how important it is to provide offers for current students. Well, most students said it's important. Most of the target markets want an offer. But that's an obvious question. We know students want to have some kind of a special offer. So that this question actually adds no value to the survey. Okay? And again, if you find some of your questions thinking about it, what can I do with the answer to this question? What could the school do with the answer to this question? And if you think there's no way the school can use this question, it was a useless question. Because this doesn't even tell me what kind of offers. But we know students like offers, so why even bother asking it? It should have been specific to what kind of offers. Okay? Okay, place. Okay, rank from 1 to 3 where you think this driving school should most be located. One of the parking lots. Well, that's kind of obvious, but they want it in a parking lot, not behind the football court, not behind the bookstore, in one of the parking lots. Okay, so that's where your place is. Okay, and then these are the same question, just broken down differently. Okay, so what's important about this crosstabbing is finding out what your target market thinks about your business idea. Okay, you had a question here. Largest single time gap in your schedule. Half of the students have a 3 to 4 hour time gap. The other half have a 1 to 2 hour time gap. Okay, so you might want to think of having some lessons run for 30 minutes. Having the other group of lessons run for an hour. If you had 30-minute lessons, if a student with an hour break, they can get in a 30-minute lesson if they only have to walk 5 minutes to get to the car. Okay, so go through these answers. Each one you're going to cut. You're going to do a snippet, you're going to cut this out, you're going to put it in your report. And you're going to discuss what the implications are of this answer. What does this mean to your business idea? How can the school use this business idea? What's your conclusion? So you paste this into your report. You describe it, and just don't say 67% strongly agree. It's already in the chart. Okay, give me some more detail about this. What conclusion can be drawn from it? And I've already given you some conclusions as I've gone through each of these. Okay, so flipping back, this is your survey, the raw data. You're going to include this, or at least a link to it, in your report. I prefer students do screen captures and put it in the report in the appendice, so I see what everybody thinks. Well, I mean, everybody that answered your survey, I want to see what they all thought. What goes in your actual report? What did your target market think? Who, up here, who is your target market, right? And you compare that by first cutting this, putting this in your report. This has to go in your report. Target market question. And you compare that to, after you've done your crosstab, this question, where I've gotten it to 100%. You won't get it to 100%. Maybe you get it to 50 or 60 supporting your idea. So again, this question goes into your report, into the main part of your report. This goes into the main part of your report. And this goes into your main part of your report under target market or target audience. Okay? So what everybody said, what you filtered, what you did the crosstab to get to the students who most support your business. Okay? I'm going to end this now. Thank you very much. I hope this was helpful. Again, use the forums. Email Ms. Karen or myself questions. Use the forums to ask questions. Okay, that's what it's for. Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to close this out. Have a great day. Bye-bye.